is the North End. This is the North End.
God, it feels great to win some football matches. It's just a wonderful feeling. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and anyone else that might be watching this video. My name is Luke. Also go by Luke the Duke. Thank you, Paul, for that. Really big fan of that one. And this is the North End Podcast. This is our fantastic YouTube channel where we give you insightful thoughts on the football, the soccer, the Premier League, the EPL, the greatest league in the world. And this is 5 things we learned about Aston Villa this week. So it's another great result for Villa. A bit of a shaky one at times. But Villa won, Southampton 0, meaning Southampton remain bottom of the Premier League. Eddie, that's specifically for you. Tough that one, pal. And Villa keep marching on. I think the statistic, 17 points. We haven't lost a game we've lost 1, drawn 2 and won 5, I think. It's pretty incredible. So it's a great time to be a Villa fan, and you can see why. So we're going to talk you through a couple of points. Number 1, you can see the unity, and you can see what I'm going to call the Emery effect. The tactical awareness, the positioning, and just the fluid nature of that team knowing where each other were, understanding what each other's role was, and more importantly, playing to each other's strengths was just beautiful to see. And with a new manager, there is that chance that you get a little too excited too soon. Let's not forget, in the first 6 games, Steven Gerrard won 4. So I'm still, just taking my time. But there is a lot more than meets the eye here. Villa looked fantastic from start to finish of this game. We really dominated. I think in the first half we had 72% of the possession in the first 45 minutes, which just speaks volumes. Now, of course, Southampton are struggling, but they're off the back of a great win the other week, middle of the week. Fantastic. James Ward-Prowse, which is just a freak of nature, he's unbelievable. So it was a really good win for us, and one that we needed, and we want to keep seeing that progressive rise. But it's straight away very clear that Unai has control, and Unai knows exactly what he's doing. So tactical awareness is number 1. Number 2, we're going to talk about Leon Bailey. The guy continues to be an absolute anomaly. I don't know whether I want to sing his praises or whether I want to shake him until he realizes that the ball is meant to go in the back of the net. From a finishing perspective, he is absolutely horrendous. But from a work ethic, I am incredibly impressed. And I'm loving watching him. I love the flair he brings. I love the creativity. I love the fact that he wants to take a man out. Now, sometimes he's getting it wrong. He's getting caught with the ball, but his thought is always forward. And when you're trying to win football games or football matches, that is what you need. You need players, and when you start playing negative, you notice the ball goes back a lot more. That's not happening in this team right now. It's not happening with Bailey. Today, what he did, and what he did well, was clinical balls into the box and causing problems. He keeps doing that. He has a wicked left foot on him. If only he could just get it under control when it comes to shooting. But really good performance. So Leon, keep up the work. We'd like a little bit more consistency on the finishing, but we'll take it for now. Number 3, I'm just going to call it out. I think defensively, this has been a real renaissance. I have been outwardly spoken, shall we say, on my feelings of a couple of the Villa defenders over the years. Tyrone Mings has been one that we've had numerous debates about. Again, I think he's a cracking footballer. At times I didn't think he was good enough to be a starting centre-back, but right now, how Unai has got them playing is it's just incredible. Like, you'll see how they hold that back 4 line, how they transition, and a good defensive unit moves fluidly. They go forward and back, and it's seamless. It's like they don't need to be told. And right now, that is what's happening. You know, you look at the rulings that happened and one or two of the offsides for Southampton. It was because it was a really good line. That one where Shea Adams was offside and the ball was bumbled in by Kyle Walker-Peters. It was because the Villa line got it absolutely spot on. And when teams are playing well and doing well in the league, that is one of the first things that you'll notice, is that the consistency and the understanding between the back four. Now, I will say it's interesting that Unai has selected these people. Moreno, who's come straight in. Digne, I think, picked up a bit of a knock, but there's a lot of rumours that I think that's why Moreno's come in. I don't think he thinks Digne is all that. We're also seeing Matty Cash sat on the bench, which is a strange one because he was a great player. He's really been a firm Villa favourite. But if you think about it, his consistency is not there. He'll have a really decent game and he'll go wandering and missing, both defensively and also going forward. And now from those kind of roles, those attacking kind of wing backs, you know, he's the type of player that is great at getting forward, but he's got no end product. The balls he's putting in, he put one in towards the end of the game and must have been 15, 20 yards past anyone, you know, through the box, over the back, nobody there. So he's been kept out by a fountain of youth drinking Ashley Young, which is becoming almost surreal at this stage. This is a 37-year-old man, you know. I'm 33 and everything hurts, just constantly. Now I don't have peak physical conditioning and coaching and stuff like that, and I've got a couple of ailments that I really probably should get looked at. But this isn't about me, this is about Ashley. He keeps himself fit and his consistency is second to none. Like arguably Villa's player of the season right now for me, up there with maybe Martinez and stuff, but unbelievable. So that back four is a really, really strong unit, and if we keep playing like this, Konza Ming's finally doing what I knew they could do. I'm a huge Konza fan. I think if he just gets his head right, it's his. And I mean that. I mean, shaky at the back for England right now. Konza's young, he's coming up. I really truly believe he has that in his locker. He was a couple of seasons ago, he was one of the best defenders in Europe statistically. And then we had a couple of bad seasons and, you know, look what happened. So really excited to see him. Moreno looks fantastic. Looks like a really great acquisition. Point number 4 is a bit of a dual point. I'm going to say Ollie Watkins, question mark. Now, the reason I'm saying that is because Unai has spoken and come out and said that Ollie is going to be our guy. He's going to be our number 9 for the rest of the season. I love that, and I think it just shows again why he's such a great coach, because he understands. I think Watkins is a little bit soft. I think he needs nurturing. And that's not a bad thing. Some of us do, and some players need it more than others. But he is needing that consistency and that kind of father figure. And I think Emery is doing that by saying these comments. He's kind of reinforcing that good behaviour and that reinforcing that feeling of I can do this for Watkins. And he can. There is no one that works harder on that football pitch for 90 minutes if he plays 90 minutes. You know, he's up, he's down, he chases everything, he battles, he presses. His hold-up play is unbelievably good. Like, I'm thinking up there with one of the best I've seen in years of any position. He's incredibly good at holding up a ball, but his finishing is just wondering. He got a goal today, broke his defender, came in, beautiful ball in, I think by Luis, and it was a good header. Good at put it on target. And if he can keep doing that, like, he doesn't have to score them all, but like, as long as he gets himself there, he'll pick up goals. I think he just has to keep confident. But the question mark is, for the vast period of this game, we controlled the play, and there was no finishing product. So if Ollie isn't doing it, we've now sold Danny Ings to West Ham, which was a good deal. I understand why they did it. Love Danny Ings, hope it works out for him in West Ham. He has another couple of great years there because he deserves it. But then we'll look very short. So unless Unai has this false 9 idea, who he sees playing that I'm not sure. Maybe Buendia. I think he still said he's trying to work out his best position. So that is That's one I'm a little concerned about. But Archer is still out on loan. Can we call him back? I think he's just gone out, so I don't think that's going to work. Is there movement? I think is it Moussa Dembele is linked. There's so many Dembeles, it's hard to keep up now, but I think it's the lad from Lyon, striker. And I would love to see a striker come in the window, but I'm not massively hopeful of that. But right now, what I will say is I really, really respect Watkins. I think you can't ask for any more from a player than to work hard. Some players are just better at finishing, some players are better at crossing. You can't change it. But I think if he just keeps working, if he remains positive, if the team keeps backing him, I think he'll get better. I really do. So, right now we're going to keep the faith. Just a little question mark there as to kind of the longevity. And finally, I've been kind of mulling these. We've talked defensive, we've talked strike, we've talked the Unai effect, we've talked Bailey. But I'm just going to have a shout out for my main man, Emiliano Martinez. Because apparently the commentators on NBC in the US can't get a simple thing right. He's only a World Cup winner after all. But yes, Emiliano Martinez is the best goalkeeper in the world right now. I don't care who you support, and if you want to tell yourself it's not, I recently got into it with a couple of Arsenal fans, good mates of mine, and it's laughable. Oh yeah, well we got good money for him, and we didn't need him, and now we've got Ramsdale. Yeah, Ramsdale's fantastic. He's not Martinez. He's just another unbelievable save today with his legs, unbelievable to keep us at 0-0. He has saved us so many games. The last 2 games, he's literally the reason that we've got the points, taking the points home. He won the World Cup for Argentina. A great save right at the dying moments, to prevent France from scoring. So we need to stop questioning this now and just accept it. He's the best goalkeeper in the world. That's it. And if you have a problem, I'll fight you. I will. That's how passionate I am. I'll also dress you up as a doll and put a picture of your face and carry it around on a bus in true Martinez shithousery. So yeah. But all in all, a fantastic result for Aston Villa. A wonderful performance, and man, it feels good. It feels good to be a Villa fan right now, ladies and gentlemen. 17 points from our last 7 games. That's 5 wins, 2 draws, and 1 loss. And honestly, the Emery revolution is here. Unai is leading the way, and I'm telling you, good evening, good morning, buenas noches. Fantastic. Let's keep it up. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Please click that like button, click that subscribe button. It pays us. No, it doesn't actually pay us, but it just gives us a reason to get out of bed in the morning. JP is so sad sometimes. This really does make his day. He needs this. So please, for JP. Have a great weekend. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.
This is the North End.